Hi everyone. Today I'm beginning a perhaps ill-fated attempt to play the recommended sets on the Dominion client here. I actually haven't played pretty much any of the recommended sets. I thought I might start with Rising Sun here and see how this develops. See if I remain interested in doing this or not. Okay, so I played a good bit with Rising Sun at this point. I know it's a newer expansion. Some people might not be familiar. I'll try to work through my thinking a little bit. All right, so Progress is our prophecy. When you gain a card, put it on your deck. It's a problem when you start greening with this, but we actually have some cards here that help mitigate gaining green on top of the deck, like Alley, Rustic Village, I guess Litter, and Artist. Artist is going to be pretty good draw here. There's a lot of like cantrip / village type things going on, which Artist benefits from a lot. I got to 2/5. Let's see, we really want to thin here, I think. At the very least, get rid of like maybe half of the initial junk cards. So since I have the 2, I guess I'll just open Fishmonger. The AI gets 4/3, so he's going to start with River Shrine. Now, I could open with like Litter, or sorry, Tea House. Probably not Litter. See, the thing about Litter is, well, it gives you some cards and actions. It also gives you the debt, and I don't really want that early on, so I have very low coin output. So Fishmonger, the reason I open with it is I can get it separately since it's a shadow card from this River Shrine, which I do want to open with. River Shrine is a trasher. Trash up 2 cards. So this turn I didn't draw River Shrine, so I'm just going to play my Fishmonger from my deck. Let's get a 4-cost card. Let's see. I want something unique because I do think I want to go with the Artist. Speaking of next turn, I'm just going to hope I draw that River Shrine. I'm probably not buying anything. So this is a good enough time, I think, to get the Artist. It's a really powerful draw card. And since I'm not buying anything, I can just pay off debt this turn. We're going to trash 2 cards with this River Shrine and pay off 2 debt. Now I can get another 4-cost card, and Alley is just a nice, generally useful card to have, so I'm going to get that. Okay, AI got an Alley as well. So, yeah, this turn would be dead if I didn't have the Alley, but since I do, we can play this Rustic Village. Ooh, alright. Interesting decision here. Kind of. I could draw 2 cards, but there's no guarantee I draw the Artist. And I'd rather have the Artist next turn, I suppose. In fact, so you might be thinking, like, with 5 cards on the deck, Artist isn't going to have Alley to kick it off. But actually, I can just play this Fishmonger. Now there are only 4 cards left in the deck. So Alley will be there to help me activate, what's that thing? Artist. I'm going to go ahead and keep paying off debt. Probably need a little bit of money to get this going. Craftsman is here as well. I could use that to start getting some tea houses. But I have only this one village right now. So I can't play all of these unique. So I'm not so sure about the Craftsman. I'm going to get some silver just to like attempt to purchase some cards here. Alright, so Artist would only draw 1 by itself. So we're going to play this Alley and the Rustic Village. And we're going to play the Fishmonger. So now I have 4 draw from the Artist. Excellent. Okay, so at this point, the River Shrine is starting to lose a little bit of its value. We also start top decking cards with Prophecy. Do I want to top deck a Craftsman? I don't think so. What do we want to top deck? See, Alley we don't really want on top of the deck. So unfortunately, anything we gain at this point is going to do that, but that's just how things go. It does make sense to get Craftsman. I can start picking up tea houses with it. So yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and get that. And it's a stop card, unfortunately, but The value of it is quite big. Alright, I couldn't ask for a better draw than that. Okay, I'm going to try to get my artist here. Here it is. Play the Fishmonger. We're going to delay trashing. Going to go ahead and get this tea house. I could also get a litter, but we're going to start accruing a lot of debt. So I'm having mixed feelings about doing that. I'm just going to go ahead and get more tea houses. I think they're going to be like kind of important, and they're nice to have on top of the deck anyway. Alright, so as for what we do at this point in the game, like Samurai would be nice to have just to help kick off Artist, but it's not that important and it takes a few turns to set up. But Rice is going to be like really nice payload here. We're getting a coin for different types of cards we have in play. We have a lot of cards. We have shadow cards, actions, treasures, omens, could get durations from the Samurai. So I think the Rice is going to be pretty important. So I'm just trying to play uniques here. You know, one advantage of getting a litter, I suppose, is it is a village. But I really just want money right now. Perhaps I'm a bit greedy. Could trash here. Think I will. And we've got our first Rice of the game. Okay. So the AI is also starting to load up on Rice. They didn't get a Craftsman, so they're not going to be able to mid-turn gain tea houses. And when I gain tea houses, I actually gain them to the top of my deck. So that's quite nice. I'm going to filter out these coppers with my Rustic Village there. Let's play the tea house. Alley. We're going to redraw this silver, hopefully. I'll just get another tea house. And we're going to draw 5 cards. Excellent. Perhaps I just get rid of these last 2 coppers. Yeah, don't really see the harm in doing that. Okay, I would love for Rice to have a little bit more oomph to it. So I'm going to get the Samurai after all. Don't think we need 2 of them. But we don't really need to play the River Shrine anymore. So I don't need the litter so much. I could get a second artist though, which will kind of ensure we draw the deck. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that. I have the coinage to handle it. Okay, so the AI got 2 tea houses, which are excellent to have at this point. Okay, we're just going to discard these. We'll draw them later. Okay, Samurai. I'm going to get that into play. Let's go ahead and play an alley. You know, discard the Rice, but that's okay. We're going to draw it anyway. Okay, I do have to top deck a card here. I think maybe a second village makes some sense, but the tea house costs more, so I'm just going to go ahead and top deck that. Alright, another Rice. Partially it's just for the buy, but we'll also get the tea house. My deck's looking, I think, pretty good. So the question now is, when do we green? And I suppose the answer to that is probably around now. We're going to go ahead and play this alley. I forget if it's safe to play the Fishmonger. We don't really need to play Craftsman, I don't think, unless we're gaining duchies at this point, because nothing's really giving me coin when I gain it anymore. So I'll play this Fishmonger. That kicks off the artist. Alright, so the Rice, I believe, are going to give me 6 coins each. So, So what are this? 26, 28 coins total? I guess we can work off this 2 debt then. Alright, so I might gain a rustic village to the top of the deck, so I could filter out some of those victory cards I'm going to be gaining here. And I do want another rice. And let's leave it at that. I don't want to top deck too much stuff. Alright, let's see what the AI is capable of here. Haven't paid too much attention to their payload. Alright, so they're just buying rice. So they're actually going to have like some pretty big turns coming up. So one question we could start to ask is whether it's possible to pile out. I don't think it really is. I think I really just need to kind of get a point glut going. And we'll coast off of that. Now, unfortunately, I have not drawn my artist yet. Hopefully we pick it up here. Here it is. Play the fishmonger. And there's our artist. Excellent. So, I could play this craftsman. It's perhaps a little risky. So we have 14. We're going to have 16 and then 18 coins. So what's that? 18 plus 16? I'm not a math expert, but that's 4 provinces. 4 provinces. It's going to be quite difficult for the AI, I think, to deal with that. I'm going to top deck this litter just for some... We're really going to need some draw with all these victory cards on the deck. And in fact, I'm just going to quad province, which is a little scary since I'm putting 4 provinces on my deck. But I'm not worried about the AI outscoring me at this point. And I have shadow cards. Here's the beautiful thing. I got a dead hand, but, well, here's an alley. And look, I drew the artist. Now that was pretty lucky, just being real. You know, in a ideal world, I have more rustic villages and alleys. It just didn't, and I don't know, it just didn't end up that way. Okay, we're just gonna keep drawing through the deck here. And look, I got everything in the end anyway. So we'll play the craftsman, gain a duchy. We're just maximizing points at this point. Wow, a lot of points. Pretty cool kingdom overall. The AI, I think, if I had not started greening when I did, I think very easily could have overwhelmed me at the end there. The AI is pretty strong. You don't want to give it an inch. Let's see what the deck had in it. Okay, and let's see what their deck had. Yeah, I mean, it's not that different from what I had going, honestly. So it was a closer game than it looks, even though it's 60-0. They probably could have done around the same thing. Well, anyway, that's the first recommended set. I guess see if you can find a better strategy on your own. And if people are enjoying these, maybe I'll put out more.